this video we're checking out a new boost pedal. Hello and welcome to Axe Tuts, the show where we explore guitar playing, music theory, and today new gear to take our playing to the next level. I'm your host, Ray George. Today I would like to introduce to you Sitek Guitar Electronics, a new manufacturer based in Cork, Ireland, which is just 3 hours away from where I currently live, so happy to be supporting local business. They got in touch with me not so long ago, asking if I'd like to try out some of their new pedals, to which of course I replied I would love to, because who would ever turn down the opportunity to try out new gear? The company was started and is run by Andy and Hanya, who are husband and wife with a passion for music and electronics. The first pedal I'm taking a look at is a boost pedal. When I received this, I didn't really know what to expect since I don't think they had any photos up anywhere yet. I read Caffeine booster on the back of the box and was immediately even more excited because I love coffee. As you can see, it's a sleek coffee brown colour. I understand that they powder coat the Handmade cases themselves. The artwork on this pedal is maybe a bit saucy for some, but the idea is each of their pedals' design and name are inspired by the sound muse that expresses the sound or effect that the pedal has. So you can see where they've gone with that. And the overall construction is very nice due to the fact that they are handmade. So this is a clean boost, which does exactly what it sounds like. It boosts the signal of your guitar without affecting the general tone, as was just demonstrated. It's almost like being able to turn up the volume on your guitar higher than it would usually go. That might not sound like such a big deal, but when you're playing through a tube amp or something that reacts like a tube amp, like my Blues Cube, you'll notice that the way the amp responds to your playing changes depending on where the volume is or how much you drive the amp. If you didn't know this already, just try it out. Play something on your guitar with the guitar volume set low, medium, and high. Notice that the response is different compared to simply adjusting the volume on your amp. This is generally how the pedal reacts, but I did notice that there was a difference between having the pedal on and my guitar volume low compared to the pedal off and my guitar volume high. So in that situation, the overall volume of the two of them are the same, but the pedals seem to give more response or sensitivity to my playing, and it had kind of a thicker sound or feel to it, which is really cool. So this particular boost pedal runs off a standard 9-volt battery, as well as a standard center negative DC input of 9 or 12 volts. And the switch on it is actually kind of cool because one, it's noiseless, so you don't get that kind of popping that you sometimes get with traditional switches, and it can be used either latching or momentary. So when you hit the switch just once, it will just go on and off like a normal switch, whereas if you hold down the switch for about 3 seconds or more, it will only stay on for as long as you hold it. So the idea here is that you might want to simply highlight part of a section of your playing, which is pretty cool. In terms of adjustment, we have a volume knob, which simply controls the output volume of the pedal. At around 12 o'clock, it seems to not really do anything. So you have quite a bit of range, pretty much infinite cut when it's all the way down, and about 20 dB of boost cranked all the way up. The gain control is supposed to add more harmonic content while still keeping your tone. So it's fairly subtle, but basically adds a little bit of saturation or dirt to your sound, which is really nice when you're stacking this with another overdrive or when you're going into an already like dirty amp. It gives you a little bit more sustain compared to just the boost on its own. Hopefully you can hear what this pedal is doing even after YouTube's compression, because the whole point with this is it doesn't really alter or color the tone that you already have, it just kind of makes more of it. As I said, it gives you the effect of turning up the volume on your guitar even higher with the added saturation, response, and the feeling that goes along with that, which is the hard thing to get across in a video. But playing through it, I can say that it's a great tool to have on your pedal board, and it didn't take me long to find a permanent spot for it on mine. So there you go, I hope I've done this pedal justice because I really love how it embellishes my tone and would definitely recommend having one in your signal chain. This particular one will be retailing for about 110 euros, which I think is pretty reasonable since boost pedals can range from about 50, 60, all the way up to about 300 euros. So considering these are handmade with high quality components, 110 is pretty worth it. So consider checking them out. I'll put a link to their website down in the video description. Also, if you like this video, then please go ahead and hit that like button and maybe check out the rest of my channel, where I mostly share lesson videos on music theory, techniques, tips and tricks that basically help us as guitarists express ourselves more freely on the instrument. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. No, just no.